This one seems well done.
Yes, that artist is particularly clever and makes a good living from his copying.
I should like to meet him sometime.
To make a bad copy is very easy, but a good one. It takes years of practice. For instance, Da Vinci used Italian poplar wood to paint on. It is very difficult to find. To mix the original color, nearly impossible. His fumature, the smooth blended tones, is very subtle. And his brushwork is left-handed. The crackler, this fine network of cracks. That is the most difficult to achieve of all.
And you can achieve it. How?
That is my secret.
It seems to me that this is something near to a legitimate forgery.
No, because the copies must never be the same size as the original.
And who would buy one of my copies as the original when the real Mona Lisa is in the Louvre?
But if by chance the Mona Lisa is no longer in the Louvre...
Oh, but of course you are joking, monsieur.
Happily, the French police are well ahead of the British when it comes to fingerprints. The great Bertillon himself was kind enough to refer to my little pamphlet on the subject as his Bible. As I suspected, our man had been involved in petty crime in the past. A Spaniard named Mendoza. There is your thief.
Not a pleasant specimen. Mr. Holmes, France owes you a great debt.
We have not got the man. And more important, the painting.
But he must be arrested immediately.
He may have already sold it.
No, gentlemen, it is my belief that the painting is still in Mendoza's keeping. He is only a pawn in a much bigger game. This robbery has been carefully planned over months, even years, by a master criminal.
But what professional criminal would want to own the Mona Lisa? That is madness. He can't sell it.
I believe the master criminal is not interested in the original. If he can pass off the forgeries as originals for the same price. Gentlemen, we must alarm Mendoza. Get him on the move. So he leads us to the center of the web.
But how?
First, we must announce to the world that the painting has been stolen.
Oh, but that would create a great scandal. Both myself and the director would...
Minister, please, if I may explain. It will be announced that owing to the brilliant and tireless efforts of yourself and the director, that the criminal is about to be arrested.
Mr. Holmes, we must arrest him now.
No.
Holmes, I understand that the recovery of the original would make it impossible for the thieves to sell any copies, however excellent those copies were. But did you have any clue to the identity of the mastermind behind the whole scheme?
I was satisfied that I had recognized one of Professor Moriarty's agents.
Moriarty?
Notice the subtle modeling of the features. Beautiful hands. Mood. That smile. As Walter Pater described her, the head upon which all the ends of the world are come, and the eyelids are a little weary.
No one else has ever had the genius to paint this masterpiece, except Da Vinci. But if you look at the paintwork, sir.
Leonardo's signature, writ large. The brushwork, mano sinistra. The bloom, the sfumato technique. Will you excuse me?
I would say, without hesitation, that the general opinion of the art world is that this is the greatest portrait ever painted.
I very much regret to have to tell you, sir, that this painting is no longer for sale.
I don't understand, Professor. I mean, the price, maybe? Well, now, look, I'll reconsider. I'll give you a cool $4 million. How's that?
I'm sorry, Mr. Morgan. The painting is no longer for sale.
Huh? Hey, what you guys up to? Take your hands off me, you neck! For sake, for nothing. Get out there quick enough, you lumps. Go get lost.
Richard Holmes has recovered the original. These are worthless. Destroy them. Burn them. Do it yourself. Let no one else see you.
Yes, Professor Moriarty.
Must congratulate you, Holmes. Such an honor, and so well deserved.
It was no great problem. The case practically solved itself.
I hear you had a visitor this morning.
Ow! I had not been back in Baker Street more than half an hour when...
But you cannot go up there, sir.
You have less frontal development than I should have expected. It's a dangerous habit to finger loaded firearms in the pocket of one's dressing gown. You evidently don't know me.
On the contrary, I think it's fairly evident that I do. I can spare you 5 minutes, if you have anything to say.
All that I have to say has already crossed your mind.
And possibly my answer has already crossed yours.
You stand fast.
Absolutely.